Hi, this is a continuation video for the topic interest on capital. In this video, we shall cover the third point and the fourth point. The third point being justification for allowing interest on capital, and the fourth point being what are the provisions relating to interest on capital. We'll begin with the third point. What is the justification for firm allowing interest on capital to the partners? There are three reasons or justifications why the firm allows interest on capital to the partner. Reason one is when the capitals of the partners are different but profit sharing ratio is equal. Now when interest is allowed on capital in such a case, it will compensate the partner who has invested more capital in the business, although the share of profits for all of the partners remain to be the same. The second reason, when capitals of the partners are different and the profit sharing ratio is also not the same. Interest paid on capital will compensate the partner who has invested more capital, though such partner may get a lesser share in the profits of the firm. The most important reason being, reason 3, capital increases the earning capacity of business. Capital being a very important component of business, it is imperative to reward the partner who has invested more capital in the business. So these are the three justifications why the firm allows interest on capital to the partners. Next, let's go to the fourth point. What are the provisions relating to interest on capital? As per the Indian Partnership Act of 1932, the provisions relating to interest on capital is divided into three parts. The first case is when there is no partnership deed, or even if there is a deed, the deed is silent as to the interest on capital. That's the first case. The second case is the rate of interest on capital is mentioned, that is, it is given in the deed that interest on capital should be allowed, but the treatment of interest on capital is not specified. The deed is silent, whether it's a charge or appropriation. And the third case is the rate of IOC is mentioned, and it is also mentioned that interest on capital should be treated as a charge. Now let's go to the first case, where there is no partnership deed, or even when there is a deed, the partnership deed is silent with respect to interest on capital. In such a case, interest on capital will not be allowed to any partner. Let's go to the second case. The partnership deed says interest on capital is to be allowed and the rate is also mentioned, but it does not say whether interest on capital should be treated as a charge or appropriation. Now in such a case, interest on capital by default will be considered as an appropriation. Now what is the nature of appropriation? If there is sufficient profits, IOC will be allowed. If there is a loss, the appropriation or interest on capital in this case will not be allowed, and where there are insufficient profits, the appropriation or IOC in this case will be allowed only to the extent of what profits is available, and it will be given in the ratio of the interest on capital to be allowed to each partner. Now the final case, case 3, sometimes it will be mentioned apart from the rate of IOC being given in the deed, It will also be mentioned in the deed that interest on capital should be treated as a charge. Now, like other charges, in such a case, interest on capital has to be debited to profit and loss account and not to the profit and loss appropriation account, and the interest on capital should be allowed to the partners irrespective of whether the firm has a profit or has incurred a loss. So I repeat, where the rate of interest on capital is given and it is mentioned in the partnership deed that interest on capital should be considered as a charge, debit the interest on capital to the profit and loss account, not to the profit and loss appropriation account, and allow the interest on capital irrespective of whether the firm has profits or whether the firm has incurred a loss. So we just learnt the three cases relating to provisions with respect to interest on capital as per Indian Partnership Act of 1932. In the upcoming video, we will be doing sums where we will demonstrate these three cases: when it's an appropriation, when it's a charge, or in the first case when the deed is silent on interest on capital.